And right now, a sewage situation in Fort Lauderdale.
Another of these sewage main breaks causing a big mess in the streets once again. Local 10's Terrell Fournet is live at that scene with what crews are doing now to fix that problem. Terrell.
Well, quite a big mess to clean up here in this Fort Lauderdale neighborhood. This is literally across the street from Galleria Mall, but mall operations are not being affected. But take a look behind me. This is one of several suction trucks brought here to the scene to pump away all of that raw sewage that is now filling the streets. There are a number of crews here. They're working around the clock to get this cleaned up. For the 7th time in 7 weeks, raw sewage is flooding the streets of Fort Lauderdale. This time, the break is around George English Park on Sunrise Boulevard, shutting down Bayview Drive.
This morning I got up to take the dog out and I smelled the smell. And I thought it was coming from the river here behind me. So I decided to come over here and investigate. And I couldn't believe the depthness of the water.
The wastewater and smell has people in the area covering their noses the best way they know how.
It's very smelly.
Sky 10 was over the scene this morning right after the break was reported. Crews raced to the scene and discovered a 42-inch underground sewer line ruptured, the same line that has been breaking in other areas of the city multiple times since December 10th.
We obviously have put a plan in place to build a redundant line, and that contract has been awarded and the work is moving forward. It just takes some time to get pipes this big into the ground.
Raw sewage is also spilling into the nearby Middle River, halting water activities. The city has since issued a hazardous water advisory. The spill into the river is an unintentional consequence of a system designed normally to keep the streets from flooding.
The way it's getting to the Middle River is the break is over behind us. There's some stormwater catch basins there that do, in a normal rainy event, transmit stormwater from this area over to the river. In this case, it's transmitting wastewater over to the river.
And you can see all of those sandbags that have been brought here to this road to try and prevent this wastewater literally from going into parking lots and of course some businesses as well. These crews, they cannot even start to dig to cap this leak underground until they clear away all of this surface water. But we spoke about that precautionary advisory against recreational activities on the water real quick. It's in effect for the area from Northeast 26th Street to Las Olas Boulevard and from North Victoria Park Road to the Intracoastal Waterway. Again, the Middle River, a big portion of it affected by this spill. Reporting live from Fort Lauderdale, I'm Terrell Fournet, Local 10.